All right. Well, I'm excited to have two-star Crown Field Advisory Board member. She's from California, Jodi Agueda Kelly.
Hi, David. Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks for being on. This is a really great subject, and the subject is plugging in. The idea of having a system, following a system, and helping people to duplicate a system. And this is almost like a house tour of how to plug in. And so let's start at the beginning. Where do you start when you try to get a new person to plug in?
That's a great question. Well, I start with the products, with plugging into getting the products and the superfoods in your body. I mean, that's where I started. That's my mom and I started 5 years ago, and it speaks volumes. It what the products do in your body. It makes you just 100% believe and want to go forward and keep going. So I really, really strongly teach people to become a product of the product, because not only is that going to make you super healthy and feel better, but it brings credibility. And over time, definitely people start to contact you and ask you about the products and how can I have what you have, or how can I people start to lose weight, people start to, their skin looks better, their their issues like their pain or their so many different things happen when you put these amazing superfoods in your body on a consistent basis, that people just start to notice, and they want that. And so I can't tell you how many times I get contacted out of the blue because people are watching and asking, "Hey, I want to be I want to have what you have. I want to do what you're doing. What are you doing?" And it's really important to become a product of the product, and not only with just consuming the products. We have a product with our company that is about informing and changing the world and letting people know about a food crisis. And so part of becoming a product of the product, that's a piece of it too. When I started, I found out a lot of things about food, about how to cook things, and I got rid of my microwave, which was very liberating. And I've helped different people with information to do things like that. And so, just I mean, not that you have to go extreme, but really grabbing on to the mission of what Dave and Amy started is a really important piece, and it really can inspire you and help you to recruit people, or help people to just come on board because they see you living and being a product of the product.
Yeah, I love that idea of the lifestyle. So it's the products, the lifestyle, and the mission, all of those things wrapped together. The more that you embrace that, the faster that you embrace that, the more that you jump in with both feet, you get paid to be healthy, and you get paid to help other people get healthy. So, one of the things that I see people doing right away is they get plugged into Facebook. They get plugged into their team's Facebook pages. And that's where they get recognized, and a lot of fun starts to happen. So why don't you share a little bit about social media and Facebook, how you and your team are using that to plug in?
Absolutely. First get started with products also. There's questions, and people have different things going on, different issues, different goals. And so with the Facebook, I like to plug people into most of the teams have team pages. We have company pages. It's an amazing resource and tool. So say if somebody has a question about like babies or kids, or about a certain sport or whatever, there's thousands of people usually in that community on Facebook, and those questions can get answered, and you can get there's a real sense of community there as well. And I mean, there's so many things that are great about plugging into social media, and especially Facebook. There's credibility. I mean, it just makes people become more deeper belief in everything because they're seeing so many people and the results and the conversations. And then also it is an awesome way to systemize kind of your business and to really use it as a tool because, you know, ultimately when you really get into the industry of network marketing, you're there because you want time freedom. And using these resources and these tools really allows you to have that more because it's 24/7. There's people all across the country in different countries in these groups, and questions can get answered. And so it's I mean, there's so many things and reasons to plug into the Facebook pages and to use them as tools and resources. And, you know, I mean, I could go on, but those are two
Nice.
big ones is, you know, getting the answers products and using it as a building, systemized building tool.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I love all that you shared, and most teams do have a product Facebook page as well as a business Facebook page, and so you get those answers. And some people are old school like me; they like conference calls, you know. And talk to me about what conference calls you like your people to plug into, and what do you recommend?
Well, that's the great thing too, is we do have so many different ways to plug in, and conference calls are great. We have we have a Tuesday through Thursday conference calls that company puts out. I really like to plug my customers into the Wednesday, you know, the more product centered people into the Wednesday calls, and of course everybody. But then we have business building calls and we have recruiting calls, and it's awesome. And then our teams have calls also. Usually Monday nights we'll do a recruiting and training call, and then Saturday mornings our team does a Zoom call, which is really kind of cool. All the new technology of, you know, being able to see each other face to face and engaging, and that's really becoming awesome and really, really helpful building tool. And plugging in and plugging your people into these, and there's text platforms that can also inform everybody about and remind people when these calls are. But it's really important with anything that you do. If you want to be successful, you got to have your nose in it and engage. And the awesome thing is that we have so many different ways to do that between, you know, the Facebook and the different social media, the conference calls, the Zooms. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's great that you can get and hear from different voices, different perspectives, different personalities. So David Sandoval's personality and his voice is different than Amy's, is different than mine, is different than yours, Jodi, is different than a lot of our other leaders. So, you know, the more you're plugged in, the more you get a diverse set of ideas and experiences. And especially when you're new to the business, then that really can get you running fast. And when you're running fast, people show up in your back office. So talk a little bit about that tool. That's an important tool. I know you use it on a regular basis, plugging people into the back office.
Very important, yes. The back office is full of resources and information. I like to use it, and you know, all of our tools. I like to use the back office when somebody has a question for me. A lot of times, instead of just answering the question, I direct them where to find that answer in the back office, because for one, that's going to familiarize them with how to do that, and they're going to in turn do that to the next person, and that creates, you know, a systemized way and is going to free up your time. But the back office has every call recorded in there. It has resources for if you're wanting to make advertisements or make flyers, if you want, you know, the compensation plan. I mean, there's just a world of resources back there. So it's real important. I like to immediately when I bring somebody, a new brand partner on board, kind of give them a tour of the back office. And then definitely I'll just reiterate that it's important to not always just answer somebody's question, direct them to find that answer, because that will duplicate and that's going to save everybody time.
That's so smart. That is so smart. Teach people how to fish instead of giving them fish. I love it. Well, you know, last tool that I think is super important is really the brother and sister to the back office. It's kind of the recruiting piece of it, which is our phone app. So share, if you could, what you like about the phone app and why people should plug into that.
Absolutely. Yeah, the phone app is awesome. You know, you can it download it right from the Apple Store, and it connects with all your contacts, and you can send out a video. There's several different videos. There's PDFs, there's a whole lot of different tools in there, and you can send a video to someone in your contacts or something else, and the phone app will actually communicate and let you know when that person opened and watched the video. So it's great for follow-up, because you contact somebody and they say, hey, yeah, I would like more information, and then you send them a video. You're able to tell when they watched it and time that follow-up, which is huge, because the fortune's in the follow-up. So I
Nice.
really like the app, and I love where it's going. It's really cool.
Well, thanks for giving us a tour of all those different important pieces of plugging in. So using the products right, plugging into Facebook, especially your team pages, conference calls, back office, phone app. So if you didn't get all of the information, then ask your upline to say, teach me more about the phone app. Teach me more about where the conference calls are. Teach me more about, but it all starts with the product, being product of the product. So Jodi, thanks so much for sharing. Awesome training, and we'll talk to you soon.